Hey guys, Liquid here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Since we've left off, it's been a lot of time, let me just say. I believe it is actually roughly 1 year at this point, I believe possibly to the date that I began this LP, and I took it on like major hiatus because I'm not really sure why really. I think it was just very of an overwhelming idea, and at the time I didn't feel that my resources were very good. I was questioning the way that I was recording at the time because my setup was very different and all that, and I didn't know if this was a very good idea. I was making sure my audio levels were good, so they seem to be good. And as time drew on, I just and a big reason also that I did, I guess I went on hiatus, was just that people didn't really seem to be into it. I had expected when I started it, I expected it to be really take off and all that, but it didn't really. And as time went on, I just sort of missed the game. And basically, I guess I'm just gonna get back to it. And luckily, since last recording, I've upgraded my PC and all that, and I have gotten a ton of mods, some of which are more expensive than others. Some of them probably will have very little to no impact, but I've gotten a ton. I've written all of the mods that I have on paper. I'll list the main ones. Let's just get back into this. I'll list all the main ones, but for the most part I would like to sort of discover them as time goes on. But I'll put a picture, because I've actually written them all down. I've got paper in my hands. The first major ones, okay, I think because of all the mods on this first oh, maybe not. I can see the game looks a lot different than you might be used to, and it's freaking awesome. One thing actually, let me just turn the volume down a tad bit, because it did seem a little bit overbearing, but then again, I'll just put it down, turn it down one notch. The main thing that we're witnessing here is Project ENB and 2K HD textures. Now, yes. The ENB series, ENB, as I understand it, is a modding system among mini games. I was first introduced to it in Flight Simulator, that basically changed the coloring. Its main the main thing you'll notice is that it changes the coloring of things. It gives everything a very different, vibrant feel, but and also to make things very cinematic, it introduces a very shallow depth of field, meaning that when we look at something, we focus on it. So if I look at this man, everything behind him is blurred out, and I can turn off this stuff at will by where is it? It should be... Okay, here we are, I think. Depth of field, where are you? Depth of field. Oh, here we are. Wait, oh no, that's for settings and stuff.
Hey, watch it.
There's a setting in here, I think it might be because I have... Enable depth of field. If I turn it off, for example, everything's in focus. I might switch between depth and field and not, because it can be a little bit weird, because when you're playing a video game, your eyes tend to wander a bit, and it can be kind of weird to have things blurry in your peripherals, but it does make it look really, really cool. And the other big feature of it is ambient occlusion, which adds shadows and stuff to things, giving a very dynamic, very good look. And I might mess around with stuff as time goes on. For the most part, I think it all looks really good. And I'm getting about 30 frames a second, which is what you really, which is what you need for YouTube. So it's all good. It's all 1080p and everything. Another thing that might be changing the view is RCRN. I believe it's another sort of lighting mod. I'm using the Legacy Edition. I'm not quite sure. I don't think that it really made too much of a difference between... I don't really think it made too much of a difference, but I believe it would be there a little bit. And the E and B thing that I've got is designed for also in use for with another mod, which is the Climates of Tamriel, which makes things look very cold. Obviously, not right now because we're in like a fairly isolated city from all the mountains and all that, and so it does. So this is pretty warm, but like I believe when it turns to like nighttime and stuff, things will just give like have like a very much chillier feel. Look at the map. This is a quality world maps with roads. Normally the map does not have roads on it, but now it does, including like one-off like sideways and stuff. I might as well just read down this list, to be honest, because I know I'll probably forget something if I don't. This is a better embers, making like the fires look better.
If we kill the dragon once, we can do it again, with your help, of course.
So I'm just gonna read off all the mods that I've got and talk about what I know them to be. Okay. Bandolier bags and pouches means we can craft like bags and stuff to like increase our carry weight. Birds and flocks introduces like birds and stuff. I believe that'll be like flying around like in flocks and stuff. But I'm not really sure in the tests that I've done. I haven't actually seen it, so I'm not really sure if that's working. The 418th step. That is something I believe. Basically, the 418th step of the throat of the world. This mountain here, I'm pretty sure, is what. I'm pretty sure that's. I think that's. Yeah. There's something to do with that step in the lore. I can't quite remember what it is, but that mod is like a very subtle change to that 418th step. Flexible perk trees will be able to, if I remember what my thingy thing is, how do I bring up my my skills? I actually do not remember how to bring up my skills. Basically, it'll let us access more perks because we will be able to loop back around. I literally cannot remember what my button is for skills. Skills. Stats. Slash, okay. So like here, for example, I believe with this I'll be able there isn't really a visual representation here. Like if I choose a skill that I've actually got, for example, what is the skill that I put stuff into? Imagine blade. Where's blade? Blade. I could have sworn I saw Blade. Oh, one-handed. Like, when I get to Paralyzing Strike here, I'll also be able... Actually, that's a bad example. Basically, I'll be able to, like, go around instead of having to, like, branch off and stuff. Which will make me, like, more accessible for skills, I believe. Mammoth hides. I believe in the vanilla game, I guess like mammoths don't drop hides when you kill them, but here they will, and the mammoth hides will be able to be like crafted down into like leather and stuff and be sold for quite a good bit. Waves basically adds wave textures to the shoreline of lakes. But I'm not really sure if that's been activated yet because I think you might need to activate the Dragonborn DLC first. Hunter's Treehouse, and also further down, Hermit's Treehouse basically adds two like little homes outside of 2 cities. Wet and Cold, I believe that is. I believe I actually got that in my start menu here. Wet and Cold. Let's see what this says. Wet. Yeah, this actually, it's like when you get wet, you can make it so you drip. After, drip in the rain. I'll put that on. I'm not sure. Steam. Steam effects after swimming in warm regions. I'll take off the steam because it's not like I'm ever actually going to be looking at myself. Raindrops will blind you periodically while looking up. That's interesting. Rain gear. NPCs equip hoods if their equipment slot is free when it starts raining. NPCs will sometimes equip umbrellas in cities. If Cloaks of Skyrim is installed, linen and hide cloaks will sometimes be equipped. So like if it's raining, people will like dress for it. So this is cool. So if it's raining, people go into their homes. But the workers will like stay out, I guess. Rain gear. So that's also for blizzards. Okay, I'll take off the drips for myself because it's like I'm never going to be looking at myself anyway, really. Rain gear options. NPCs equip hoods if their equipment slot is free. I'll give them umbrellas, sure. Cold. Oh, this is actually really cool. When we're in cold areas, we'll be able to see our breath. Blizzard blind. Snow will blind you periodically during a blizzard. Keep your face down to avoid. I'll see what that is. I'm not sure. It's going to be a bunch of experimentation. Snow accumulation affects play on the body during snowfall and after swimming in the cold. Dead bodies will become snowy in the cold. Oh, interesting. Survival gear. NPCs in the wild equip climate-based backpacks. They may also equip snowshoes in cold regions. If Frostfall is installed, there is a random chance that they will also be equipped with craftable items found in Frostfall. Now, Frostfall there is something that I'll get to in a bit. Because that's something that I'm very curious about that I've installed, and it sounds insanely awesome. Snowy, I think that's just like this kind of same stuff. NPCs have more difficulty. That's interesting. Right. Okay. That's for that's for the Dragonborn DLC, where I'm guessing they probably have like ash storms or something. Update interval. Turning off heat detection will result in less scripts running in cold areas. However, breaths and snowy shader will no longer dissipate. Okay. I'll leave that off. Cause I noticed something about like apparently the more scripts you have, the higher chance you have to bloat your saves, which can cause like you losing, like you're getting corrupt saves and stuff. That would not be good. So it seems, that seems like really cool. Become a bard. That basically, I believe, this is like a whole like little quest line that we got, where we can learn songs, some of which have been added, I believe, by the mod, and perform in taverns for money.